First reading. Book of Exodus chapter 32, verse 7 to 14.
Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go down, because your people whom you brought up out of Egypt have become corrupt. They have been quick to turn away from what I commanded them, and have made themselves an idol cast in the shape of a calf. They have bowed down to it, and sacrificed to it, and have said, 'These are your gods, Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt.' I have seen these people," the Lord said to Moses, "and they are a stiff-necked people. Now leave me alone, so that my anger may burn against them, and that I may destroy them. Then I will make you into a great nation." But Moses sought the favor of the Lord his God. "Lord," he said, "why should your anger burn against your people whom you brought out of Egypt with great power and a mighty hand? Why should the Egyptians say, 'It was with evil intent that he brought them out, to kill them in the mountains, and to wipe them off the face of the earth'? Turn from your fierce anger, relent, and do not bring disaster on your people. Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, to whom you swore by your own self, 'I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give your descendants all this land I promised them, and it will be their inheritance forever.' Then the Lord relented, and did not bring on his people the disaster he had threatened."
Moses is one of the greatest intercessors in the scriptures. Through his intercession, the Lord relented from doing an enormous punishment on the people. Moses shows us that a leader stands in the breach, and intercedes for his people in of need.
Psalm chapter 106, verse 19 to 23.
Remember us, O Lord, as you favor your people.
At Horeb, they made a calf and worshipped an idol cast from metal. They exchanged their glorious God for an image of a bull which eats grass.
Remember us, O Lord, as you favor your people.
They forgot the God who saved them, who had done great things in Egypt, miracles in the land of Ham, and awesome deeds by the Red Sea.
Remember us, O Lord, as you favor your people.
So he said he would destroy them. Had not Moses, his chosen one, stood in the breach before him to keep his wrath from destroying them?
Remember us, O Lord, as you favor your people.
The Gospel according to John, chapter 5 verse 31 to 47.
If I testify about myself, my testimony is not true. There's another who testifies in my favor, and I know that his testimony about me is true. You have sent to John, and he has testified to the truth. Not that I accept human testimony, but I mention it that you may be saved. John was a lamp that burned and gave light, and you chose for a time to enjoy his light. I have testimony weightier than that of John. For the works that the Father has given me to finish, the very works that I'm doing, testify that the Father has sent me. And the Father who sent me has himself testified concerning me. You've never heard his voice, nor seen his form, nor does his word dwell in you, for you do not believe the one he sent. You study the Scriptures diligently because you think that in them you have eternal life. These are the very Scriptures that testify about me, yet you refuse to come to me to have life. I do not accept glory from human beings, but I know you. I know that you do not have the love of God in your hearts. I have come in my Father's name, and you do not accept me. But if someone else comes in his own name, you will accept him. How can you believe, since you accept glory from one another, but do not seek the glory that comes from the only God? But do not think I will accuse you before the Father. Your accuser is Moses, on whom your hopes are set. If you believed Moses, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. But since you do not believe what he wrote, how are you going to believe what I say?
God uses many ways to draw us closer to him. He gave us his word in the Scriptures. He sent men and women to proclaim his love and mercy, and to be living examples of what it means to be his disciple. He intervened in the lives of his people, many times that we cannot remember them all. Most importantly, he sent his own Son to redeem us.
Reflect.
This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us.